Hi, everybody. This is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Rosa Harris, the director of the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. We're going to do a very thorough look at the Cayman Islands, and we're going to do it here on Insider Travel Report. So let's start with performance and start with 2023. How were you doing? And then we'll work our way to the present and even into the future.
So the Cayman Islands had certainly a very conservative approach to reopening. But when we did, boy, did the business come back in a strong way. So 2023 has been certainly a fantastic year for our tourism industry. We set a target of 70% to return to based on 2019 volumes. And we've been able to achieve 84%, which is 14 percentage points above our anticipation. So we're having a great year. We're very excited for the year ahead and all the activities that we have planned for destination promotion.
And what are your expectations for 2024?
Well, 2024, we will be nearly recovered. You know, there's some things happening in the industry that affects everyone, such as the return rate and the availability of flights. So aviation is key to accessing the Caribbean, particularly the Cayman Islands. We enjoy a very strong level of airlift into the destination, but we're just 15% down from where we were in 2019. There's some destinations and hubs that we have not been able to return, and that's based on the challenges that we see airlines having globally. So we understand where we are. But even with that consideration, we believe that we'll be just shy of that 100% in 2024. So we'll have a strong year, almost fully recovered. I don't want to give a specific number, but we will enjoy almost 2019 levels of stayover visitation. We have some exciting developments on the horizon that we're quite happy to onboard in 2024 as well. And I'm sure we'll get to that later on.
Okay. So who is the ideal client for the Cayman Islands?
It's interesting because persons believe they know the Cayman Islands, and when they get here, there's prizes and surprises. How about that? First and foremost, we are a 3-island nation, which means you get 3 distinctly different experiences. And usually when persons either visit by cruise ship, they'll return by air. But the stayover visitor is someone looking for, a premium experience. We have quality brands present in the destination, from the Ritz-Carlton to the Kimpton, Marriott, Westin, as well as gorgeous private villas and guest houses across all 3 islands. So it's a visitor who's looking to reconnect with their family, looking for that private space. And your itinerary, a visitor's itinerary when they're in the Cayman Islands, can be as fast-paced with lots of attractions, activities, water-based, recreational activity, or it can be as slow as you want it, sitting by the pool, reading your favorite book, or sitting on a beach lounge chair, reading your favorite book, or taking a snooze. So it really depends on the pace and what you're looking for your visit.
Now, I don't know if you answered this already, because that was a pretty thorough answer. But for those who haven't visited the islands, why choose this destination over other islands in the Caribbean?
Well, we have great accessibility. We're 1 hour from Miami, less than 4 hours from New York. So the Cayman Islands is very easy to get to. We have direct flights from Los Angeles on our national airline, Cayman Airways. That's 5.5 hours, and you can be in the Cayman Islands from LAX. So when you're looking to have a hassle-free, quick, and direct destination, I believe the Cayman Islands is it. But beyond the beach, and you've got a gorgeous beach right behind me, that 7 Mile Beach behind me. Beyond that, there's so many activities for families. We've got our Turtle Center. We've got the world famous Stingray City, where you can swim with the rays. We've got museums and historic attractions like our Pedro St. James historic site. And we also have our botanic gardens. And equally, you can visit the sister islands of Little Cayman and Cayman Brac, also that have wonderful trails and outdoor activities such as hiking the bluff in Cayman Brac. Wonderful diving as well, if you wish to stay over at Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. So, in terms of activities, it depends on the pace and it depends on what you're interested in. There's a lot of food tours as well. We have wonderful culinary experiences here. We encourage our visitors to get out and see the island because there's so much to do.
Let's talk about development, new things, for those who have visited. What's new in the last couple of years that might draw them back again?
What is wonderful in being able to reset coming out of a pandemic is that you've got some really great concepts. So let's start with the culinary scene. Cayman Islands is the culinary capital of the Caribbean. And depending on the type of diet you have, vegan, pescatarian, or, you can have it all. We have many different, areas of culinary. You can have wonderful fresh seafood, local fare. You can have that Caribbean dinner if you want it, or, you can explore different backgrounds. So we have Indian, we have Chinese, we have so many different culinary concepts here, and it reflects the nationalities that live in the Cayman Islands. So we have a unique makeup of our population of over 135 nationalities living in the Cayman Islands. There's only 195 countries in the world. So we're very representative of the global landscape of, taste and preferences.
Right.
Also in 2024, we'll be onboarding 3 new properties, and we're very excited about these 3 new properties. The first one is an 18-unit eco lodge called Vida Cayman, and it's focused on a low footprint concept whereby there's no motorized water sports. It's all about, kite surfing, windsurfing, doing trails and nature activities. So we're really excited about this 18-unit property that will open in Barker's West Bay. We're also onboarding a larger property called Hotel Indigo, and that's on the northern side of 7 Mile Beach next to the Kimpton Seafire, and that's 280 rooms that will onboard in the second quarter of 2024. The third property that we're really excited about is the Hilton Curio Kailani property, which is just on the outskirts of our capital, Georgetown. And that property is set to deliver later on in 2024. Over the span of the next 3 years, we will see an additional 1,200 rooms onboarded into the Cayman Islands as new product. And we're hoping to attract new airlift from new destinations as far afield as Europe and Latin America, and also, build our airlift from North America. So there's a lot of activity happening in the Cayman Islands. And if you've been here before, or, someone who's come, things might just look a little different and more exciting when you visit.
Well, they say if you build it, they will come. So let's hope so.
Yes, I'm certain they will come. One thing about Cayman is that whilst I spoke about earlier about our first-time visitors and how strong that was for us this year, we're doing some work in new verticals and new categories in terms of visitor backgrounds and demographics. But what we know is true, and this is, confirmed by our hoteliers and hotel operators and villas and guest houses on island, is that our repeat business is strong. Our repeat visitor was just waiting for us to fully open in 2022 so they could come back. So I am certain with more, things to do, more places to stay, we will definitely see a complete return and also, be able to build our business based on these new offerings.
Why doesn't the Cayman have all inclusives? And how does a travel advisor sell the destination for those that expect that?
So the history with the Cayman Islands is that we've always been, a destination that has had properties, and we started in the condo and villa area. So our tourism product is 60% condos and villas. And with that type of concept, there wasn't a 3 meal option at these properties. Visitors had to get out and see the destination and do activities and eat ultimately. So our history with how we started with our development is a testament of the range of product that's here now. And all inclusive is not a concept that we started with. And I believe that continued. We are interested in the product. We believe that it would be beneficial for our sister islands, but it's really how we started years ago.
Okay, well, it could still happen. Those travel suppliers out there are listening. If there's a need, fill it.
We're very interested in the product. We're interested in the product for Cayman Brac and the eastern districts of Grand Cayman. We believe there is a place for all inclusive in Grand Cayman. We just need someone who's interested so that we can facilitate the deal.
You have 3 islands. Do you think that the U.S. travel advisor knows enough about the differences so they can sell it? And if they don't, where can they get more information?
I do think that this is an area that definitely we can explore a little bit in detail, because most people say Grand Cayman Islands, but it's actually the Cayman Islands. As a country, most people know Grand Cayman. It's the largest island of the 3 and most well-known. But we have 2 gems that are our sister islands, Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Little Cayman is for a quiet vacation. You go there to unplug, for diving, for beach recreational activities, relaxing. They've got gorgeous trails and a wonderful museum experience that gives the history of Little Cayman, but it's an unplugged vacation. Yeah. Cayman Brac is more for the adventure seekers. So we've got rock climbing there. We have climbing the bluff, so lots of hikes. There's many, many caves to explore as well. So if you're an outdoor type of traveler, Cayman Brac is an excellent product experience for you. They too have the beach experience and they have gorgeous diving. But the differences are very, very nuanced in terms of the footprint. Little Cayman is 10 square miles. That's your unplugged vacation. Cayman Brac is a little bit more adventurous, which is your outdoor experience. And Grand Cayman, we call the cosmopolitan island. It has everything. It has the scale, and it has many, many different experiences from West Bay to East End. There's many things to do. So that's how I would encapsulate the differences with our islands.
The Cayman Islands are thought of as a luxury destination. Tell us, it's luxury in a different way. Tell us how.
We describe it as barefoot luxury. It's an understated casual luxury for families to come and couples to visit and reconnect and have those special moments. You have all of the little luxuries here. The infrastructure is great. You've got all of the technology plugins that you would expect to stay connected to home if you need. And we have a wonderful, diverse, expansive accommodation selection. So if you want a quiet villa, we have that. If you want a full service 5-star AAA rated hotel, we have that as well. It just depends on your taste and the pace. Also, the culinary offerings are top notch. You can't have a bad meal in the Cayman Islands, whether that is a roadside food truck serving the best possible, tacos or whatever they're doing, to fine dining at Blue by Eric Repair at the Ritz-Carlton. It really just depends on your taste. And you can have a luxury experience at a food truck because that's going to be a memorable meal for you. But you can also have a memorable experience at the 5-star restaurant if that's what you want with the caviar and the champagne. It's all according to your taste and what your expectation is when you go on that holiday.
So now let's give travel advisors a hook to get people to come. What events can they tie into a vacation that are coming up?
Well, we start off the year every year with the Cayman Cookout, which is a culinary event hosted by the Ritz-Carlton with many, many events across the destination, actually. So they go to many different sites and have culinary experiences. And then we also have lots of music festivals in the April, I would say April through August. We have Capella, we have Out of This World. There's also sporting events. So there's the marathon, there's our Flowers 1 mile sea swim. There's flower events. So we have an orchid event, the Cayman Islands Orchid Show during that season. There's a Cocoa Fest during coconut season, and there's a Mango Madness during mango season. So it just depends on what you want to do. This time of year, we're enjoying Gimme Story. It is outdoor events, it's storytelling, and you get to enjoy local swanky, which is our local lemonade, and have a fish fry at the end of the event. There's many events every month in the Cayman Islands, so you never miss out.
But I want at the same time coconut, cocoa, mango month. I guess you got to stay longer.
Coconut every month of the year. You can have coconut. Mango now. Mango is in mango season, and you want to have mangoes in mango season. But we have enough coconuts year round that you'll be able to enjoy that, especially the coconut ceviche at the Cabana restaurant, Cayman Cabana. You've got to try the coconut ceviche. Amazing.
Travel advisors want to learn more, especially you got 3 islands. They got to learn the differences. Do you have training events and FAMs and other incentives planned for 2024?
Absolutely. So we have a year-round program, and travel advisors can become a Cayman specialist where they go through a short education program to learn about the destination. There's a test, but it's a great experience in terms of information. Most persons don't find it difficult at all. But at the end of it, when you start booking the Cayman Islands, and you can be entered into rewards program. So on a monthly basis, we select a top advisor. You can win $500 for the advisor. And also the agency, if you're a part of an agency, also gets incentivized with a reward. There's also random $100 prizes as well. Also throughout the year, we have themed FAMs, depending on, the area that you sell. Might be family, it might be corporate, depending on your specialty. We offer on a monthly basis, and depending on your area. So if you're in the Northeast or the Midwest, we may also have a regional FAM that you can participate in. We bring you down, and usually we are able to do 2 islands. If not, we do Grand Cayman, which is the most immersive experience, and then possibly a day trip to Cayman Brac or Little Cayman, so you can see more than one of the islands.
So those opportunities are great for the travel advisors to take advantage of, but how do they get involved? Where do they go online to see it, where all the FAM trips are?
So we're very proud of our website. It's visitcaymanislands.com. But for advisors to get to our portal, it's visitcaymanislands.com/advisors. Really easy to remember.
So to wrap up, what do you want? We're going out to 126,000 travel advisors. What do you want them to know about your islands?
I want them to know that we are ready to host them. We would love for them to go through our Cayman Specialist program, and we would love for them to sign up so that they can receive regular newsletters and updates. There's so much to explore all three islands if they have not been. We would love for them to visit. And also, I think that we can have a very fruitful exchange. I know that the business development is important for everybody. We want their clients to visit us, and I'm sure they want to sell holidays. And we're going to do everything possible for them to connect with our people and have the information that they need.
Right. So before we go, just tell us, what are your favorite things?
So my favorite things is on a Sunday, taking a drive out to East End and finding a great fish fry and having my toes in the sun at a picnic table, eating some fried fish and fritters with a nice cold beer. That's my top favorite for my weekend. But also, I enjoy visiting the Sister Islands. I won't tell you which one is my favorite because I believe you're coming to see us very soon. So you're going to have to share with me which one you love the most. I love them equally. I think your blood pressure comes all the way down when you visit the Sister Islands. And I think the exciting third thing to do in the Cayman Islands that I don't get to do enough, but I love it when I go, is Stingray City. It is a bonding experience for whoever you're with on the water, but it's the most exhilarating, refreshing experience that you would have in the middle of the ocean. So those would be my favorite three things.
Well, thank you for sharing. I'm sure our travel advisors have learned something and can follow through. And so good luck with 2024. And thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Alan. It was a pleasure.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.